Of course, we always bring you daily dose of health talks every Thursday morning. Of course, with no other than Dr. Faye from Smooth Wellness Services. Good morning, Dr. Faye.
Good morning, Ayo. It's good to be here once again.
Glad to have you join us.
All right. I trust the week has been good.
Yes, it has.
All right. So this is Holistic Health Talks with Dr. Faye Sharomi, a wellness consultant, natural medicine consultant, natural medicine practitioner, yoga instructor. So holistic health talk has been all about stress. We've been talking about how stress is the root cause of most and almost every ailment and disease we find ourselves with. So I have been able to talk on quite a number of things. I started with toxic stress. From toxic stress, I'll go to how every single of our organs, that is, we have systems in the body, how every system can be affected by stress. So today I'll be rounding up on toxic stress. And with toxic stress, we're talking about adverse childhood experiences. These are things that we all have gone through as children, and it still lingers on till adulthood and plays in our behaviors, in our characters, in our relationship with people. So with toxic stress, I've been able to talk on quite a number of things. I've talked about how stress that comes from children that are neglected affects them in the future when they're adults, how abuse, as whether physical abuse or sexual abuse or emotional abuse, affects children and if crops up later when they're adults, and also how discrimination, constant yelling, and a whole lot of things. And the last one I talked about, which I started I think 2 weeks ago, or was it last week, was how divorce or separation of parents or your guardian or guardian affects children in the future. So I'll round up on that today, and we'll put a stop to toxic stress until maybe some other time where we can talk about toxic stress. So last week I was able to start on how divorce or separation of couples affects children. I was able to talk about how it affects the infants who definitely do not know what's happening, but they can feel it. How they're constant crying, they're running temperature, they're going through a whole lot of things to make you understand that I need this person around. You have been having both mommy and daddy around for so long, and all of a sudden it's just one of them. And also the preschool children who are around from age 5, they already can see what's happening, understand what's happening. They have been able to decipher, okay, there's something happening here. How this can affect them in school, how it can affect them behavior wise, and cognitive wise in their development. And also teenagers, how this affects teenagers. They actually are the worst. It's always a very, very horrible thing for teenagers, because it shatters a lot of things. It shatters a lot of things, like their self-confidence, when probably they have been able to build a little from home, and all of a sudden now mommy and daddy are going their separate ways. And also last week I was able to make us understand that I don't have anything against divorce or separation, so long as you're doing it right. If you're in an abusive relationship, an abusive marriage, please, it's better you come out of it alive than you stay there because of what people will say. Because whatever happens, people will still talk. If you stay there and the person kills you, they'll still talk. So it's always better to get yourself out. Or if you see that this relationship is not helping to build these children, it's not going to make them confident adults. When you see that, between I and my partner were raising dysfunctional adults, I think it's always better to separate. You can still come back later, probably separate, find your differences, try to heal yourselves, then you can come back later, or you can go on to other people. So like I said last week, I have nothing against divorce so long as it's done the right way. What I have against is how it would affect the children, the stress it brings upon children. Now, I also said that when you want to do it, please, for both parties, try to ensure that you put the children into consideration. Make sure that you carry their teachers in school along. Make sure that you even carry the children along. Make them understand that you are actually not the cause. It is the two of us. There's just a misunderstanding between us that we need to settle. That's why we need to go our separate ways. Make them understand by also your actions. Keep showing them love. Well, the love might have gone south between mommy and daddy, but make sure that the love does not go cold. With children, you are their first support. You're their first source of security before any other. You're their first idol. They see you as their support, their supporter. They are the one that actually helped to bring them through to knowing even their creator. So whatever you do, ensure that you still maintain the love with the children. Ensure you always maintain the love, always build them. And as we go our separate ways, or even before getting in, now I would actually love to talk to most of the time my gender, that is female. A lot of times we want to go into marriage for reasons that are so not it. You want to go into marriage because probably of your age. You want to go into marriage because of what someone had said to you maybe some time ago, that you're never going to find somebody to put you in the house. You are such a rude person. You are such a this. You are such a that. You have a horrible character, and no one can marry you. And so you want to prove the person wrong, or a whole lot of things. No. Before you go into marriage, consider the fact that you are also a human being. Like last week, I also said that if you're in a relationship and the person is not helping you to build yourself as a human being, as an individual, to help you to live your purpose, I don't think it's worth it. Because marriage is you're bringing together of two different people from different places, two different souls that are supposed to come and fulfill purpose. Marriage is supposed to help fulfill purpose beyond procreation. So if you find out that this person is not helping me with this, or this person is actually demeaning me or trying to overshadow, or is having inferiority complex because of who I am, then it's a no-no. That's already a red flag for you. Do not go in. Especially females, we are always at the receiving end of most of these things. When you get pregnant for somebody who in the long run treats you wrong, becomes violent, probably because you are earning more than him, or your own business is more successful than his own. Most of these things, actually, you would have noticed it before you get married. I always tell people that God is a just God. He shows you what you would meet when you get in. It is now left to you to make your choice. God is not going to make the choice for you. You are going to make the choice yourself. But He would always show you what you are going to experience when you get there. So do not allow the lovey-do of the moment to becloud your judgment, blindfold you. Please open your eyes, because you're bringing human beings to the world, and you have to do it right. Marriage is an awesome, very, very awesome institution. Awesome if it's done right. You're coming from different backgrounds, and you have to just be willing to want to make it right, because both parties have to heal. We're all coming from different backgrounds. We all have our baggage coming from our parents' home. So we all have to heal and be mentally, especially, like, I have been saying this a lot of times. If you're not mentally prepared, please don't get married, because marriage itself is going to test your mental health. So if you're not mentally prepared, please do away with marriage. And I would not even ask you to bring a child into the world if you're not mentally prepared, because that's also a completely different ball game. So I would appeal to the youth out there, to my gender especially. Please make sure that you align with someone whose values, get yourself together with somebody whose values aligns with your own. I would always prefer a woman is already living in her purpose. Try to discover yourself, find yourself even before that man finds you. So when he finds you, he's finding you already living in your purpose. You're already a complete person. He's not coming to complete you. Marriage is not the one that is going to complete you or make you a happy person. No, you have to be a complete person. You have to be a happy person before you get married. So it's something it's a completely different ball game. We're not talking about we're not in marriage therapy today. So I'm just talking about how not to get yourself into divorce so you don't disrupt the children's life. All right, so with that, I'll round up on toxic stress. From next week, we'll delve into other systems of the body and how stress affects or can bring upon ailments and diseases upon this system in the body. All right, my contact still remains 0916 038 1840. That's 0916 038 1840. My social media handles are YouTube and LinkedIn, Feyi Shayo Sharomi. The Shayo has an H. Facebook is Feyi Shayo Sharomi. The Shayo does not have an H. Instagram is Smooth Ands. That's SMOOTANDS. And TikTok is Smooth Wellness. All right, so meet again next week. Have a blessed week ahead and a weekend also. Take care.